India's Omicron case tally reached 578 on Monday, although no death has been reported so far, and the active COVID 19 cases stood at 75,841. The trend is similar and the period too. The end of 2020 was also marked under the shadow of COVID 19, which took a deadly turn by March and April, claiming lakhs of lives. So, as the world is venturing into another unknown territory, nations are taking steps to avert what is known to all now, the havoc that the pandemic can cause. WHO chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus has summed it well: an event cancelled is better than a life cancelled. But amid all this, businesses and the livelihoods of crores of people are also being affected. The Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Associations of India estimates that over 20 to 30% of establishments in the organized sector, comprising around 60,000 hotels and 5 lakh restaurants, have already shut shop since the outbreak of the pandemic. On Monday, the center issued another set of advisory to all states and union territories, saying that they may consider imposing need-based local curbs and restrictions to control crowds during the festive season. Several states, including Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, and Maharashtra, have already imposed night curfews. Mumbai civic authorities have banned New Year celebrations in closed or open spaces. Starting January 1st, Haryana is banning access to public places for both the unvaccinated and single dose vaccinated. While dozens of countries have started giving booster shots, India will start administering them as a precautionary measure to healthcare and frontline workers from January 10th. It all has come at a time when the hospitality sector was steadily inching towards some normalcy. The earnings in the run up to New Year would have given the sector a much needed breather. Hotels have been seeing above normal bookings over the past few months as revenge travel after the second wave unleashed the pent up demand. But they now stare at cancellations due to increased restrictions. The government has also extended the suspension of scheduled international passenger flights till January 31st. Pradeep Shetty, Joint Honorary Secretary of FHRAI, lays out his concerns over this evolving situation.
The effect is already underway. We can see the effects. After the second round of the lockdown and the pandemic, I would say that the industry was growing at a good steady pace. There was a recovery of revenue earnings to almost about 70 to 80% in the holiday and in the leisure section. And in the cities and metro and the corporate hotel sections, the recovery was still about 40 to 50%. So this was a steady recovery. And starting this December, it looked like a promising new year ahead of us. A new year, as I think it's well known. In fact, it's known to all of us that December constitutes to a large portion of the revenues for a hotel or for a restaurant, standalone or otherwise. And that looks like to be completely in shambles right now. Every state after state is bringing in more and more curbs. The centers rust into issue advisories, although they have left a lot with the local administration, but there are advisories coming in from all corners. Every city, every district, every state is coming up. So what has really affected is the arrivals, the foreign arrivals, the tourist visas, all that have been deferred to next year. That's a big body blow. Then the New Year events have reportedly been cancelled in every state, more or less, except barring a few. Then there are restrictions brought back into the capacity of operation for restaurants at 50%. In many places like Delhi and Gujarat, there were no restrictions. They brought back restrictions. And even for wedding and other related events, there are now caps which are coming in, and permissions, etc., coming in. All of this looks like it has started affecting us already. It has started affecting.
So, what does the industry expect from the government? Shetty tells us.
We have estimated a figure of about 1.3 lakh crore of loss, of revenue loss for the industry, and of course for the country as well, economically. So we are with the government. What we want is that definitely there should not be any shutdown. Don't rush into calling for shutdowns, because what happens is the moment all of this happens, the first axe falls on this industry on the pretext that there are people assembling here, people meeting here. So that should not happen. There should not be further clampdown, at least on the operation timings or on reduction of capacity. These two things should not happen. There should be greater emphasis on following the rules and COVID appropriate behavior, which we all will do responsibly. But any more curtailing of the number of persons in an event or a capacity of a restaurant or bringing down the timing is going to be very, very bad.
Contact intensive sectors like hospitality and tourism are always the first victims of a lockdown. India's domestic tourism saw a healthy uptick after August. Airports were choked and restaurants in tourist places were seeing a full house. December is the busiest period for hotels, with Christmas, New Year and the wedding season all coming together. So far, hotels have not seen large-scale cancellations as the number of active cases is low, but a further rise may lead to another round of lockdowns. In all of this, there could be a silver lining. A third dose of the Covishield vaccine significantly boosts antibody levels against the Omicron variant. Its inventors AstraZeneca and Oxford University have said. Covishield accounts for 90% of the vaccine doses administered in India. While there are doubts on the effectiveness of the booster doses, opting for a lockdown instead will not only stop the economic recovery but push more small businesses towards closure.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.